Hey guys, LongHaul Larry, and we are in the ADL shop, and it's time to work on Mr. Ood. Mr. Ood. The other mechanic has been starting to put brakes on it. He's got the brakes, new brakes put on this side, and he started working on the other side. Ended up breaking studs, some wheel studs. So the boss is working on getting new wheel studs. The rear brakes are sitting there. He was thinking about having me doing the rear brakes, but he doesn't have the spring kit for it. And I guarantee that the springs and the little push deal, if you guys have ever done car brakes, you know what I'm talking about. It's a little push deal, has a little clip that pops onto it. I guarantee you, as soon as you pop it, it's going to break. Brake's been on here a long time, so it'll be rusty. There's some stuff that I've picked up. But one of the things that the boss had talked about is putting some cabinets in here. Because if you put like shelves and stuff and you stack stuff in there, it will fall all over the place. You drive down the road, turn the corner, everything will fall out the shelves. So I was saying, well, why not go to Love's or Home Depot or something, pick up some metal cabinets. Well, guess what? Metal cabinets. I was talking to him, and then he could see the little light go off in his head, and he said, I know where there is some. So he sent me an address today, and I think it was a secret stealth mission. It wasn't his house. I don't know whose house it was, but we went and stole a bunch of cabinets. I think it was the boss's dad's. I guess these are his cabinets that he had over there. But we got two big tall cabinets for parts and supplies and stuff. And then he had these set up in a garage. And then there's these two smaller cabinets. One kind of has the drawers in it, one has the two doors in it, and then those go together. And then it has like a nice wood top that can go onto it. And then these are two hanging cabinets. So I'm going to be mounting these all in here and starting to figure out where placement of things are going to go. So I'm going to kind of start sticking things in there, moving them around, figuring out where to put them. Probably gonna have to get some metal screws that I can go into the beams that are in the side here. There's some metal beams that run up in here to screw these cabinets all into, and get them all set up. And I think that this will. I don't even think we're gonna need a tool cabinet after this. I think this will be it. So that's the plan. So we're gonna figure out these. I'm thinking putting it in there, and then I can. The two small ones over here, put the Workbench on here, and then I got a vise, and we can put the vise like right here in the corner. That way if you need to turn it or something, it has something longer, sticks out of the truck. And then probably put the tall cabinets in there, and I'll get the air compressor in here, put the air compressor in here. Don't think that we're going to go with the Welder generator combo thing. It's a lot of money, guys. The ones that he was looking at and thinking about sending me links to, I was like, those are for stick welding. And I said something to the other mechanic, and he's like, MIG, please. So the MIG ones, they're super expensive. I mean, you're talking like 8,000 plus. So I told him, why don't we just get a little generator, put a generator in there for power, because you got to have power for doing some of the things. And so get a little generator, and then eventually down the road, just get a small little MIG welder that we can have in here and stuff. I think that'll work fine. So, I mean, you know, stick welder, it's good for penetration welding, for like frames, welding frames, if you have a cracked frame or something. All the trailers are brand new. He had a couple older ones, one I think he sold, and the other one he still has, but that one's good. I don't really see frames cracking and everything else. I don't see this happening, so I don't think you're really going to need that. So I think a little MIG welder would be perfectly fine for what you got going on here. And you can get a little MIG welder too that also does DC that can weld stick too. I think it's just easier, and it'd be a lot cheaper. So I'm gonna get working, and I'm gonna start placing the stuff. And I'm gonna take all the feet off of the cabinets, put them directly onto the floor, that way I can screw them right into the floor. That'll help hold. Moving things around, finding a placement I want, and make it the best layout. And then start screwing them all in there and get them all stitched dated. Just start doing stuff. Got a few things that I picked up. I'll be putting in here, a hose reel, got a vise, some grinders, tools, stuff. And I got a bunch of other stuff on order. So we'll get her rocking. Alright guys, we have gotten the first part of the service truck build done. I'll show you guys what I got done. I spent this afternoon, this evening, putting stuff together, figuring things out. I'm going to run around, getting certain things and everything. I'll show you what we got done. Oh, I'm using the forklift as a step ladder. Well, you can see we got cabinets. It's pretty nice, guys. It is pretty nice, actually. But you can see here, sorry about that. So you can see we got the cabinets all built up. They're all anchored into the walls. There's aluminum railings that run every 16 inches on center, all the way through the truck. And I used self-tapping screws with a rubber washer head on them, and anchored these things in. And they all just open up. You can see they have anchors all in there. And I got some shelves in there. I don't know where they're going to go yet. There's little screws that you put in there to keep them. We're definitely going to need it because they're going to bounce. But I just have them sitting on tabs. You can adjust the shelves. I think you ought to get some more shelves. But I got them up. And then all the shelving, all the cabinets are all screwed into each other too. So I mean, guys, I'm shaking the whole truck here. This thing is not going anywhere. So we got this set up. They all close really nice. Everything is all squared and stuff. I got a few of the tools I bought. There's like a snap ring plier set right there. And then the boss bought another DeWalt drill and impact gun. He bought that. Got that there in a case. And then there's this little workbench that comes with it. And this all actually came out of the boss's dad's house. And, you know, the boss used to live there years ago and used to run his trucking company and stuff. And he had this set up in the garage and everything, and it just kind of been there. And he has his own house and stuff. And he was planning on bringing it over there, but then I said something to him about going to Home Depot and getting some metal shelves like these. I was planning on building my own little countertop and everything, but hey, this works great. And he had one of those big shelves on the other end in his garage, which would work good for a garage and stuff. But in here, it's not going to really work because you need a vise in here if you need to break something loose or whatever. And this way, if you got something longer, it can stick out of the truck, you know, and you have it in a vise. And I got some really nice big bolts on there. Down below here, more cabinets with shelves. And everything locks too, so it can be all locked, so none of the cabinets can open up when you're driving and stuff, and it's all one key. We have like 20 keys. Every cabinet came with 2 or 3 keys, but they're all the same keys. And we got some nice deep drawers in here, and there's 3 of these. I guess this was made in August 2014. And then over here, I got these real big cabinets. And this worked good. So the grinder I bought, just threw it in there. And these are they're all anchored to the floor and to the walls and to each other. Everything is all anchored. This thing is not going anywhere. And same thing. Locks and everything locks. That way stuff doesn't open up. Everything's all anchored in. Awesome. And I have the DeWalt charger up there. I'm trying to figure out the layout here, because I'm kind of thinking I'm going to put some eye bolts in the end of here, and maybe we'll have some 5-gallon pails over here or something and sitting in here for like oil and to drain the oil in and stuff sitting there. And I actually think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the air compressor going across in the front. I'm kind of worried about it. I'm going to talk to the boss about it. I think that we could run it and try it and see what happens, but I think that we might have to vent this. It sucks, the air compressors, they suck in air from the back here, and then they blow it across. The problem is that these motors will burn up if they get too hot. If you put them in something enclosed like this. This Ask John, he has a generator in my house. He had actually put it on a truck that he used to drive, and he put a box under his trailer and put this generator in there so he could have power and stuff when he's sleeping, and he had this little air conditioner and thing in there, and I think it lasted 2 days, and the motor burned up because somebody walked by and closed the box door. I guess they didn't like the noise or something. They closed the door and blew the motor. His generator's actually sitting in my house. It's like brand spanking new. It's like 2 days old. So I'm kind of thinking that we might have to put it up against this wall here, this front wall. And then I was thinking we might have to cut some holes through the front wall and maybe get some of the like louvers, like aluminum louvers or something that point down, and then maybe make a slide door that slides behind them to close off the elements. But then when you're going to run a generator, you can slide it open, and that way the wheels on the compressor will suck air from the outside and blow it across everything, keep it cool. And then I'm going to actually run the exhaust off of the air compressor, and I'm going to run it down through the floor. And the reason why I'm thinking of putting it across is because this is kind of where I was going to put it. I think it was a little bit more room. But the problem is I need to run the exhaust down. I could run it out the wall and stuff, but the other mechanic actually said the truck where he works, they actually have the exhaust pipe going down through the floor, and then they have a little muffler down there to keep it quiet. And I kind of like that idea. And I don't know about the muffler thing, but what I'm thinking about is I'm just going to weld a pipe right onto this muffler and just have it come down, and I'll turn it sideways and just have it go straight down through, and I'll make the hole enlarge, put a bigger pipe, weld the other pipe inside so there's like an inch of clearance around so it doesn't burn the floor, then have it go down and out and over here on this side. The problem with it being over here is right below there is the fuel tank. So I don't want to run a hot exhaust down right at the fuel tank. That might not end well. You know what I mean? So I think it can be turned sideways, and I think there'll still be plenty of room over here to make something for like 5-gallon jugs of oil and stuff, and some kind of thing to collect oil. And then I can run my line up and run it back, and I will be putting that reel, and I'm going to be putting it right up here. But I have to make some kind of mount to secure on the wall that thing can bolt onto, and it's going to be strong enough that you can pull on that reel and it won't pull off and stuff. So I bought a bunch of metal. I'm going to weld up stuff and everything. I was going to try to get it done tonight, but it's just not going to happen. I need to get a shower. I'm like really sweaty and stuff, and I'm actually out of socks. I put my last pair of socks I had with me on this morning, and I'm out of socks, so I got to run to Walmart and buy me some socks. I do got clean underwear, but no more socks. Right there is a inverter. It's just a small 1000 watt inverter. And what I'm going to be doing is running power wires, the battery boxes that are underneath here. And I'm going to get a dead man switch and have it mounted outside so you can kill the power to everything inside here so it doesn't drain the truck down. But then I'm going to have the main battery wires coming up, and I think I'm going to go to an electrical store and get me in a big electrical junction deal that I can run the big power wires to. And then I can run some wires coming off and have that inverter mounted on this wall. And then I'll have a power strip up here, and I will mount the battery chargers for all our tools on this wall. And that way you can have the batteries charging when you're driving around and stuff, and charging off there. And then I'll have wires that come off of there and go to the air compressor, and that will power the air compressor. And then the boss also bought something cool, and I'm going to run another set of big lead wires. They're 1-gauge wires, and I'm going to run them all the way along here, back over here. And he bought this, and we got it today, and it's booster cables with a quick connect plug. So I'm going to run the cables all the way back here and have the quick connect like right down here in the corner. And then what happened is we'll have these coiled up in the counter, and then let's say you have to jump start something. All you do is just plug it in, boom, right there's your jumper cables right out the back of the truck. I think that's a great idea. He bought them, he liked them, and I was like, hey, that looks nice. So a lot of things to do yet. We just got the cabinets in and everything else. But we got a good start on it. You jump down here. We got a real good start on it though. Guys, this is going to look nice. And I ordered all kinds of LED lighting strips. The ones that I put inside my truck, those foot-long little LED lighting strips, that thing is going to light them up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some pieces of metal up a ceiling there behind the door and run like 2 rows of those lights going down and wire them all in. And then I'm also going to wire it back, and I'm also going to put those underneath that cabinet so it shines right down on that little bench area. And then I might make something over here, some kind of bracket or something sticks out, and have one over here too underneath the door so it shines over on this side. So we're going to light this puppy up. And then on the back of here, we're going to be putting all the LED lights on here. And the boss actually bought these. And it's going to be these right here. And I'm going to mount that big LED deal right up in the middle of there, pointing back. And then he's got 2 smaller ones right here. And I'm thinking I'm going to mount those on each corner and make it so that you can turn them and have them facing off to the side, and you can kind of adjust them to where you need some light. So there's going to be 3 big LED. Man, there's a big old spider up in there. I hate spiders. And have those shining back there and stuff. So got a good start on it, guys. But I tell you what, I got to show you the most important thing. You guys ready for this? We got to go up to the front. You know, I posted this on there and stuff, and a lot of people were like making comments and stuff, piece of junk and all this stuff. Guys, this is a nice little truck. This is going to work perfect for what we're going to do. Our trailer yard is always, you know, a different location. And, you know, we go over to work and you can try to grab a couple tools or something. This way, all the tools are going to be in here. It's going to be parked over here. Oh, hey, you need to go over to there. You need to change some tires, blah, 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 and everything. Well, this thing is going to work perfect. And it's going to have everything in it that we're going to need. But I posted on there and stuff, and some people made some comments. And some people made some comments because I call it an UD. And everybody's telling me what it stands for. I guess everybody Googled it and stuff. And, but I tell you what. I had, I think, 2 people, I think it was, comment, and they're from Australia. And they said, we got those trucks over here. We call them the ugly ducklings. I thought that was pretty funny. And so, you know what? It's the ugly duck. You ever see those garbage trucks like on, what I think it's Toy Story and stuff like that? And the garbage trucks, they always zip tie all the stuffed bears and stuff on, on their grill and stuff. Well, we got an ugly duckling right below our UD. I think that is perfect. But here's the funniest thing. The mechanic, the other mechanic, he's been working on this thing. And he did the brakes over here, and he was working on the other side and stuff. We're waiting for parts now. But he wrote up a couple things about it and stuff that didn't work and everything needs to be fixed. And one of the things he wrote on there is the horn doesn't work, which I don't know why he wrote it up, because it does work, but you got to press like right in the middle of it to make it work. But he probably didn't. He probably just pressed all the way down on it. Didn't. You got to hit right in the center. But the horn does work. But I'm going to tell him, you know what? Don't worry about it. We got a horn right here. If you need to get somebody out of the way, you just do this. With his eyes covered. That's pretty funny. The boss was laughing. He was like, "Man, we need a backup alarm like that, but real loud." Quacks like a duck. That's pretty funny. But yeah, we got the ugly ducking now. So yeah, so it's coming along, guys. But yeah, I think we're gonna run the exhaust pipe down here and just run it out the side, and that'll be nice, you know. The tailgate thing, the liftgate, I don't know. We're waiting to hear back. A couple subscribers have sent information saying that they found tailgates, or they know somebody with a liftgate and all this stuff. And we need sizes to see if it's going to be wide enough for this to match up, and all this stuff. So we're kind of waiting for, I'm waiting for some of the subscribers to get back to me. I've emailed people back, but they haven't gotten back to me yet. And there's one guy down in Florida that says he has one, but I haven't, he hasn't contacted me back. I've asked some questions. We'll see what happens. If I can't find something, because I think it's going to be hard to find something the exact size. If I can't find something, I was actually thinking of just making my own. I got it in my head, and I think I can make it. And you guys didn't see the video where I made the tailgate for my F-350. But I can make that, basically, a ramp. And then put some rails in there and stuff, and do some kind of thing with the ball bearings. Have it going down, and then basically put a worm gear on the back of it. And then I was thinking, because I was trying to figure out how to do cables and stuff, and I don't think I can. And I don't think it'll work. But then I was thinking if I could put like a worm gear deal, one of those flat worm gear on the back of the deal, they'll go up and down. Then I could put one of those winches in there and weld a spline coming out each side that goes down, and then put a gear in connection with that worm gear. And so then you push a button up and it'll go up, and push a button down and it'll go down. It'll just, I think it will work. I don't know, I got it in my head. I don't know if the boss will let me do it or not. But, I don't know. I'd kind of like to do it. I'd have to straighten all that bumper out to get it on there and stuff right. But yeah, guys, it's coming along. So I am actually going to be out of here. I got to go run to Walmart, buy some socks. And then I'm going to run over to my secret place and grab a shower. And then it's Betty Bye time for me tonight. And then get up in the morning and start all fresh. And probably first thing is I'll probably do the reel. And then probably start working on an air compressor. Maybe get the exhaust run down through there. That's going to be the big thing. And that'll be a tomorrow adventure though. So I'm going to let you guys go. I hope that everybody out there is having themselves a great day, great night if they're watching this here video. And if you're not, well, certainly let's try that all over again tomorrow. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.